Welcome.
This is the Entertainment Answer.
Little Hand says it's time to rock and roll.
Dedicated to helping you decide what to spend your hard-earned money on at the box office. Looking for the latest DVD and Blu-ray releases? We have the answer for that too.
It'll be our little secret.
You know, it's exciting.
Want something fun and untucked?
I feel like I should say something smart.
Welcome to the Entertainment Answer.
Down, sweetheart, we're taking off.
Well, welcome to this week's Entertainment Answer. Matt Mungle, Bryan Kluger hanging out with you. Dave Curlee, our techspert, is not here today. Oh, I know. This opens up a whole discussion of where is he?
Where in the world is Dave Curlee?
Yeah, and it's very odd because last week we're doing the show, and he was like, yeah, guys, you're going to be without me next week. And that's it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he signed up for some Eyes Wide Shut party, and then he's not telling anything. He has a password that he hasn't told us. That's where I think he is.
Yeah, and if you know Dave Curlee, he can't ever say anything without talking for an hour.
Right, yeah.
I love him to death. But yeah, we kid him a lot about this. He gives you more details than you ever wanted. So for him not to give any details...
Something fishy's going on.
I know. It makes one pause and go, So, yeah, he's either in prison on a mission trip or at the Eyes Wide Shut convention.
I'm going with the latter on that one.
You would, surprisingly enough. So, but Bryan and I are here. We're going to be talking about movies that are opening this weekend that we've seen. We're going to talk about some really cool stuff coming up this week in theater and concerts and conventions. Some really cool Blu-ray news, some Netflix news that we're going to share. Going to recap some of the San Diego Comic-Con. And a lot more for you right here on the Entertainment Answer. So, well, let's just dive into the big film this week. You and I saw it last week before it opened. You've got your pin.
Yeah, the Jason Bourne pin. Yeah. I don't know if it's like a spy thing or something. I don't know.
I think it's just it's a really nice pin.
It is. It's just maybe it's just a pin that writes.
It's just a pin that writes that they stamped Jason Bourne on the side.
Yeah,
of.
I can't. It doesn't like do holographic imagery or poison darts.
Now, is your Jason faded out?
It's almost faded out.
See, I think that's supposed to be a graphic imagery because I thought mine had just wore down when I got it, but mine was the same way. It's almost like the font's different, like Jason Bourne.
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, good marketing for them.
Yeah. So anyway, Jason Bourne. Did we need first questions first? Let's pretend we didn't see it yet. Did we need another Bourne film?
I don't think so. I mean, because they just went the same way they did with the rest of them. But if I didn't see it, I would say, I think, was it the Bourne Ultimatum where they like revealed his past? And I figured that was it.
Yeah, they all run together for me. I think I know I have seen them all, even the Jeremy Renner one, but I couldn't tell you what happened in any of them.
They also, my favorite one's still the first one, but we didn't really need one, but when you get Matt Damon to say yes to something, you're going to do it.
Right. So I think we can agree that everybody loves Matt Damon as Jason Bourne to the point that we get so excited about that we don't stop and ask ourselves if we need another one. We want another one because we love Matt Damon.
What's the line from Jeff Goldblum's character in Jurassic Park where he's like, we never stop to think that we should?
Right.
The scientists, they just are so excited to do it.
Shouldn't stop and say, should we do it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly when they're having that meeting. He's like, no, you marketed it. You stamped it. You put it on a cup. And now you sold it.
Now you sold it. And we're out here. Yeah.
There it is.
That's exactly what happened with this Bourne movie, which is just simply titled Jason Bourne.
I know, because they were like, well, it's just Jason Bourne.
There's no identity. There's no ultimatum. There's nothing.
And that sums up the film. I was really, to use your word, underwhelmed.
I was very underwhelmed too. It was Jason Bourne. You have Paul Greengrass again, who the first movie was directed by Doug Liman, who oddly enough directed the original Swingers with Jon Favreau, but this Paul Greengrass is known for the really choppy, the fast cuts, and it just kind of gets sickening here and there. You know, you get like woozy in the theater. So that's how this movie is. And it really, I think Jason Bourne, Matt Damon had like less than a dozen lines or maybe a little more than a dozen lines in the whole movie.
Well, that was something else because, there were like pre-marketing images that, he only has 25 lines. He he had a lot more lines than that.
I don't think so.
You don't think? Because he had a lot of dialogue.
So
More dialogue than I thought because of the marketing thing they were saying.
Oh, see, I didn't. I feel like he barely spoke in the whole movie, and it really was just okay. The CIA's looking for him. They found him. Oh, he got away. Oh, they're looking for him again. Oh, they found him. And what I really liked about the previous films is that his character was kind of had a side of humanity to him, and in this one, he was just stone cold. Like not Steve Austin, but just stone cold. He didn't have any expression. He didn't laugh. He just was just monotone through the whole thing. And I feel like that was most of the movie.
Yeah, and that was most of the other movies too, sort of. Because you're right, he's like this recluse now, and the storyline is so it doesn't make any sense.
It's Jason Bourne goes to HBO's Silicon Valley.
Yes,
that's exactly without comedy.
Without comedy. Because it's like he doesn't want to be found, and then somebody's always trying to draw him out for good reasons, and then the CIA find that he's on the radar, and so they just drop everything to try to get rid of this guy because they think he's gonna like I guess show off all of these secrets, and he is not. I don't think he cares.
It was a very WikiLeaks type of situation, and I guess Jason is really interested in his past, which new things come to light in this one. And
which nobody cares about.
Nobody cares about.
And then you got Tommy Lee Jones, who's amazing. You got Alicia Vikander, who just won an Oscar for the Danish girl. But
she's really monotone in this one, too.
Everybody, that's what I mean. It's like you have these top talents, and they're not even utilized. The script is horrible. The directing is just asinine. It's just ludicrous. The whole film is ludicrous.
It is, and it was less than thrilling than the big action sequences, minus the one when they're at the Statue of Athens. I thought just with the whole protest against the government and there's thousands of people in the streets, I thought that was filmed well in the Paul Greengrass style. That's what he succeeds at, and that was fun and interesting. I thought the best character in the movie was Vincent Cassel, the asset the assassin.
Right.
Yes. Literally, his name is the asset in the movie.
Right. Even when they're tracking him on satellite, it says asset. It's a dot
but
moving.
His character doesn't make sense because he's so he's brutal, but he's calculated and he always plans. And then the whole movie kind of takes a Manchurian Candidate type of turn. And then this character who's always calculated, knows what he's doing, just completely goes chaotic on a Las Vegas rampage. And it just, what happened?
Right. And obviously he never ages. Because in the flashback scenes where Matt Damon clearly looks 30 years younger, this other person who shows up in some of these flashbacks as well looks exactly like he does in the present. It's just a mess. It's just a hot mess.
It was, yeah. It's
and the technology that they were using. We've talked a lot about this. I don't know if the CIA can do everything that they say they can do in this film, but it's like I said this in my review. I watched Star Trek, and I'm like, I can believe that more than I can believe the stuff that's going on in this film.
Yes, there was just things. I think you sent to me like, oh, you have a phone jack in your room that's not connected to a computer at all, but we can still get everything, video you or anything just with that phone jack.
Yeah, it's like the things that they can tap into. They have CCT cameras. They have satellite imagery. They have all this stuff that they can do everything, see everything. A guy looks through the scope of his gun, and all of a sudden it's on the big screen.
Yeah,
you can see what he's scoping in on. It's like, really? This is here, and then the minute Jason Bourne turns a corner, they can't find it.
Exactly. It is like you think about that little scope, but then the big TV crews have those big, pole antennas to just shoot something live. We don't know what's going on in this movie, Jason Bourne, but you're going to see it just because you've seen the last few of them, but you're not going to be happy about it, I don't think.
I think the diehard fans who simply want to see Matt Damon as Bourne will like it. They want to see him they don't care about plot, they don't care about plausibility, they don't care. And I'm not saying it, I'm not trying to dumb down the audience. I'm just saying some people are fine with that. Some people are good. Huh?
I am.
Are you? And you still didn't like it?
I didn't like it. I didn't. I wanted something more, and I guess I'm not a huge fan of Paul Greengrass's style just because it's so choppy. It cuts every 2 seconds, so you can't really get a feel for the action or the talent on screen doing the fight choreography. Mm-hmm. It makes you dizzy.
And what was that accent that Alicia Vikander was doing?
It was like a cross between. There was like 2 or 3 that I noticed.
I know, and at one point I thought her mouth was wired shut because she was like, it's like almost like she couldn't really do the accent. And this is not taken away from her. She is brilliant. She's one of my favorite leading ladies today. So this is nothing against her, but it's like almost like she didn't know what to do with what they were having her do.
It was this. It was the script. It was the screenplay. That's what happens.
And even Tommy Lee Jones had this look like, dude, I'm here for the check.
It's absolutely. I mean, he's always good as like a villain or like the Stone Cold guy. But how many times have you seen it?
Yeah, I know. Too many times. We're talking about Jason Bourne. That's the movie opening. Matt Mungle, Bryan Kluger here on the Entertainment Answer. Bad Moms also opens in wide release along with Jason Bourne. That's kind of the two big ones.
The documentary Tickled.
Yeah, Tickled is playing at Landmark Magnolia, which, did you finally see it?
No, I haven't seen this. This is the one movie.
Still have to get you the link to that. That is
Get me the link.
Oh,
It's a documentary about, there's actually underground tickling competitions just between guys, just guys who sit on top of each other in like next to nothing clothes and tickle each other. But then this company that does it is like very like the movie Hostel, like where there's just a bunch of money behind it and it's for a different reason than just tickling, and they are just after people. Like it's really weird and sadistic from what the trailer says.
Yeah, and it's a documentary, so this isn't like fiction. This is all about this New Zealand journalist. He's a high-profile journalist, and he stumbled across this website and tried to do a follow-up story, and they threatened his life and said, "You got to leave us alone, or we're going to shut you down."
Right.
And the journalist, being a journalist, he's like, "Dude, I got to find out about this."
Yeah.
And so as he's going to find out about this company, he uncovers and peels back all these layers of all this just crazy stuff that's going on behind the scenes. And
should we do a live tickling show on?
No,
we should
no,
do
we
live
should
tickling?
not. We should.
We should
not.
try it out.
No, we
just
shouldn't.
try it.
All right, when Curlee gets back, you and Curlee, since you both like Three Stooges, y'all can do the tickling.
Just say yes to everything.
Just say yes to everything. So, and then League of Gods is opening at Cinemark Legacy, Stonebriar, and Grapevine, and then a film called Nuts is at Texas Theater. So if you ever want to get down to Texas Theater, you can check that out. But Jason Bourne, the big movie. We're going to take a small break. When we come back, we'll talk about our event of the week. We got some Blu-ray news, and we've got some recaps of stuff all coming up right here on the Entertainment Answer.
When you're finished with you, you'll know not to beat yourself.
I remember. I remember everything.
Remembering everything doesn't mean you know everything.
Tell me.
We've just been hacked. Could be worse than Snowden.
Facial recognition got a hit.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Why would it come back now?
There's a demonstration in front of the Green Parliament building. I think she'll use it as cover.
They tracked you. We gotta move.
He's seen things. He knows things. What if he's not coming for us? What if it's something else?
I volunteered because of a lie. This is Jason Bourne. I need to talk. People are safe for looking.
You're never gonna find any peace. Not till you admit to yourself who you really are.
Everybody over there! Get on up! Everybody up there! Get into it! Everybody over here! Get involved! Everybody here!
And welcome back to the Entertainment Answer. Matt Mungle, Bryan Kluger. Dave Curlee is gone. We don't know where.
He is ended. He's just the final deletion.
No, what's funny, at least he told us he wasn't going to be here. But yeah, just the fact, we mentioned this in the first segment, for a man who talks a lot in detail, for him not to give any just makes us pause.
Yeah.
Maybe he's having some kind of reversal.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe he had an outer body experience, and I'm just gonna give him. He wants to be the mystery man, right?
He does. But at least it was something that happened a week earlier, so that he could at least know.
Correct,
He had a
yes.
premonition that he wasn't going to be here. So yeah, we're kind of flying blind. But no, we're good. It's all good. It's just talking about stuff. And we're going to talk about our event of the week. And I'm curious what yours is, because yours has been leaning toward movies. I mean, music stuff lately.
Okay, mine's
And
different this week.
what is it?
I wonder if we have the same one.
What is yours?
Mine is QuakeCon.
Is QuakeCon this week?
QuakeCon is August 4th through the 7th at the Hilton Anatole.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's a good one to have.
So if you're if you love video games, you love playing video, you could literally bring your own consoles, your own PCs there and meet people. And then there are going to be a lot of panels, mostly on the video game Doom this QuakeCon. But if you're a gamer, you love all that type of stuff of video gaming or news or anything, you're going to want to go there, and you get to meet your people you play with, because most people come in for this.
Yeah, my stepson Gage was a big gamer, kind of still is, but before we went off to college, and he went to QuakeCon a couple of years ago and loved it. That was great. So yeah, some people literally don't move for 48, 72 hours. They just sit there and play video games.
There's lots of Red Bull, energy drinks, and South Park did an episode on this, and it was just you literally stay there, and I don't think. I mean, I guess I've done movie marathons before, but I usually get up in between movies to stretch the legs. And these gamers, they are plugged in like the Matrix, like Neo. They are plugged in.
They're like professional poker players in Vegas. They don't get out of their chair, bathroom or nothing.
They don't show emotion. They
don't.
Oh my goodness! But yeah, that QuakeCon, August 4th through the 7th at the Hilton Anatole.
Yeah. So if you're not familiar with QuakeCon, look it up, check it out, because it is. I'm glad you mentioned that. That wasn't on my radar.
Oh, why? Thank you.
Yeah.
We haven't had a similar event yet this week, so I'm curious what yours is.
Well, mine, and not to be cliche, but it really was this, whether Mark was on the show or not, is the Dallas Comic Show. I think it's a very cool event. And one, because as he mentioned when we were talking, it is very family oriented. It's like he's really making it where it doesn't break the wallet to go, and you can kind of take your whole family. And, QuakeCon is cool, and those kind of things are cool, but very seldom it's like something where the parents and the middle kids and the younger kids can all, somebody usually is not engaged. And so something like a Dallas Comic Show, there's so much going on, and it is geared for the whole family. That's my event of this week.
And it's good because, again, like we said earlier, it's very affordable, because some people who want to go to some of the Wizard or San Diego or to these big Dallas comic book conventions, in Dallas, you're paying $100 to $300 in tickets, plus you have to pay for your photo ops, plus you have to pay for your autographs, then you have to pay for all of your the loot you want, like your toys and your comics. It could easily rack up $2,000. And at this one in Richardson, the Dallas Comic Show, it's very, very affordable.
Mm-hmm.
And it's smaller. You're not waiting in 2-hour lines to do anything.
Yeah.
So
very intimate setting. So yeah, so that was my event of the week. There's a lot going on, but I think, and two, with all the work that Mark puts in there, he puts on a great show.
And he's been doing it for years, and he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, so cool. So yeah, between QuakeCon and the Dallas Comic Show, tons of stuff going on this week and weekend for you to check out, plus movies, theater. If you go to attpac.org, I want to give you this website. We very seldom mention it, but attpac.org. It's the AT&T Performing Arts Center's website. And that shows you everything that the Dallas Theater Center is doing, anything that's going on at the Windspear, the Opera House. There's all that live theater at that one website. So even if we don't get around to mentioning stuff here on the show, I encourage you to go to attpac.org if you're into any sort of live theater at all.
Yeah, they're beautiful venues right in the heart of downtown and right by Clyde Warren. It's amazing.
Yeah, that whole area, I'm so happy with how they've built that and arranged it. And, you got the Wiley, and then right across that little pond is a little waiting pond. I don't know what that thing's called. The little reflecting pool. Is that what it is?
Well,
right outside the Windspear?
Yeah, well, we should name it. We should name it.
What do you want to name it? They might have already named it, but we can give it our own name.
We will give it our own name. We don't know yet.
Yeah?
Maybe next show.
Is it like a fetus wading pool?
A fetus wading pool? It is.
Because it's so thin.
Small.
Yeah, I mean, it's big in area. It's just not deep. It's like you can walk across it almost and not get your feet wet. It's like a reflecting pool. But anyway, so you got the Wiley on one side, which is this intimate little theater. And then you got this great landscape. And and you got the majestic opera house,
The
of
Wind Spear, which is amazing.
Yeah, so it's all right there down at the Arts District. So very cool stuff going on. Before we get into Blu-ray DVDs real quick, I want to mention this. The Gilmore Girls Netflix reboot has a premiere date.
It is like Thanksgiving weekend.
Which, how cool is that?
That is
makes
amazing.
so much sense.
So I watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot of movies. And I would imagine some people who meet me for the first time really think I only like things with chainsaws or blood or anything like that.
I met you a long time ago, and I think that.
One of my favorite shows in the entire world, probably in my top 10 or top 5, is Gilmore Girls. And I say that I've watched it through 4 or 5 times all the way through on DVDs, on Netflix recently. I can't get enough of it because it's so well written. The characters are so amazing. Even though there's nothing at stake in the show, really, I want to be part of Stars Hollow. I want to move there. I want to book a one-way ticket to Stars Hollow and be part of this Gilmore Girls family.
I'm seeing a different side of you right now. I like this. I like this.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a softer, gentler Brian.
Yes, it is. I'm very soft and gentle right now. But yeah, Netflix bought the show, and it's going to be, I believe it's going to be 4 90-minute episodes, and it's the seasons. It's summer, fall, spring, and winter, and basically that's almost more than 2 episodes per season. And Thanksgiving weekend, I'm so excited that Netflix. Thank you, Netflix, for listening.
I know, and everybody's back on board for one understand. Even Melissa McCarthy's now tagged back in.
Yeah, so I guess she filmed a very small cameo as I think Sookie St. James is her name from the show, and I think literally everybody's come back minus Herman, who played Papa Gilmore,
right?
Because he died in real life. But supposedly the show kind of revolves around that. It takes place a few years later, and the Gilmore Girls, Lorelai and Rory, kind of make decisions based around his death and what they should do is what I've read so far. But I guess since they went to South by, they had such a huge reaction to it. It's going to happen. So
yeah. And I think there was such a cult following. And then, my wife just went back and watched the entire series on Netflix as well and binge watched that. And so
they're so good. And if you're a fan of anything entertainment, like we are at the Entertainment Answer, you will love this show because it is riddled. It is full of pop culture references.
It is, and one-liners and witty dialogue, and it's not just because the only thing because I didn't watch it when it was originally on, and then I tried to watch Parenthood, and I just could not get into Parenthood, which has the same
Lorelai, Heather Graham,
who's sort of she's not the same character obviously, but it's very similar. So I thought Gilmore Girls was going to be a lot like Parenthood, and it's not. It's funny, it's quirky. The little town characters. There's just so much about it. It's just
I'm very excited for it to return. Thanksgiving dinner with Gilmore Girls. You can't ask for more.
You can't. All right, real quick. Blu-ray DVD releases. You always have that just in the bag. You are the man. You're Mr. 4K. What's the best bang for your buck on Blu-ray?
Oh my God, there's literally like 150 Blu-rays this week. So
isn't there? It's crazy.
You have Batman: The Killing Joke coming out, and there is a special edition of that where you can get the Joker action figure, and there's some featurettes on that. You have Scream Factory, which we love Scream Factory here. They always do. They always release classics and upgrade them. This one this week is the Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Has tons of stuff with new commentaries, behind the scenes. So if you like Invasion of the Body Snatchers with Kiefer Sutherland's dad, you'll like this. And then there's one from also Scream Factory called Bite. Bite is like a horror movie. If any of you don't like watching people throw up on screen, this movie literally every 3 minutes has somebody throwing up something vile on screen. It's fantastic. I loved it.
See you next week.